We got some tier list content for today. This is what we're working with. How big should I be? Maybe like this big. That looks pretty good. All right, so we're gonna start off with, I thought we could start off with some chips tier list content. It's a good warm-up, maybe. I like chips. I haven't eaten all of them, or all of these, not really. So, we can say, how do I want to do these categories? Maybe like could eat for the rest of my life as my only meal. Maybe it's dramatic, but I think that's what an S tier would be. A tier could be like never will turn down. B can be pretty good. C can be when I'm craving it. D is not my favorite. And F is F would be like I would never go out of my way to eat. Wait, maybe like I wouldn't even eat when offered a free taste. How about that? If it's on sale, I mean, I'm pretty guilty of adding tiers, so we can see how it goes. Cheetos, I'd say these are when I'm craving it. It's a very specific flavor. Unironically, my favorite part about Cheetos is just how crunchy they are. I like the really tiny ones that are really like compact and kind of like the crumb-ish one where it's like really, really crunchy. The flavor is very intense, but sometimes that's just what you're looking for. I much prefer flaming hot Cheetos, to be honest. And there are puffs. Maybe we can just do all the Cheetos in one go. Is there any more? Oh, and the fries. Flaming hot Cheetos, okay. I guess we don't have the extra flaming hot. So this is my hot take, right? Flaming hot Cheetos are the worst of the three. Like if we're looking at Cheetos, flaming hot Cheetos, or extra flaming hot Cheetos, extra flaming hot is like S tier. Radioactive take? No, walk with me here. I mean, they're all radioactive takes. It's freaking chips. But flaming hot, it's not spicy enough. Like these are freaking like Taco Bell Diablo sauce kind of spicy. They are not spicy at all. If someone was like, the only spice is like cayenne pepper, I would believe it. I would put this below Cheetos, but just know if these were the extra flaming hot Cheetos, these would be up here. That is my asterisk. Because when I want spicy, I want it freaking actually spicy. Puffs, okay, I have like a love-hate relationship with Puffs. I think they're fine, but they make my stomach feel weird. Like they don't even... I wouldn't even say they upset my stomach. They just make me feel physically weird. Like right after I eat them. Maybe I'll add a row below. I think they affect my stomach microbiome. in a negative way. Why does it look like that? Why is it... Hello? I think they affect... What? Okay, whatever. It's just gonna look ugly. It's like, I don't know, it doesn't hurt my stomach, they just... Every time I try to eat Cheetos, Puffs specifically, I just... It's like they put a curse on me or something. I don't know. And then hot fries, they're also not spicy. I'd rather... Like, the appealing part of Cheetos to me is just how crunchy they can be. And these are, like, soft. Acid reflux the food. It's not even... I can't even, like, describe it. It's like someone told me bad news. Like, it's not, like, a physical stomach feeling. It just, like... Maybe it's a mental thing. I think I'm just, like, not mentally compatible with Cheetos Puffs. Maybe it's they're too airy. I don't know. Doritos spicy sweet chili specifically. Okay, let's put all the Doritos together. What the fuck is a Doritos Jacked? Is it just like extra flavor, or do they put like protein in it? If it's Doritos with extra protein, I'm gonna like send a strongly worded letter. That's too much. Doritos spicy sweet chili, I actually don't like them. I think they're just gross. I don't like sweet. Like, it tastes more sweet than spicy. They have like a little bit of fire on the packaging. Oh, hell nah. They jacked my Doritos? That's vile. Yo, what the hell? They're jacking Doritos now? F tier. I never eat jacked Doritos. I've actually never had these before. I have no idea what a jacked Dorito is. Can anyone explain? Has anyone eaten jacked Doritos? I remember quite liking the sweet chili ones. I don't know. I just don't really like sweet. I'd much prefer salty or spicy. It looks like who up Jack in their Doritos. Look, Doritos just freaking doing shit and no one's paying attention. No one gaff about Doritos jacked. It looks like, if I were to make an educated guess, it looks like they just pack a bunch more flavoring on it, maybe? But Doritos is already so packed with flavors. Either way, I don't like spicy chili sweet thing. I think it's a bad flavor. Nachos, classic Doritos, I think I will say pretty good. Sometimes it's a little too much. But if they were at a party, I would get a little scoop with my hand and put it on my plate. I wouldn't say I never turn them down, but they're all reliable, right? Cool Ranch Doritos, they're also pretty good. I'd say these interchange with each other. Sometimes I crave not the cheese flavor more. Sometimes I crave the ranch flavor more. It kind of depends on the day, but these could either just be at a function and I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, Doritos. Salsa Verde, I've never had these before. I think I've had them maybe once, like maybe at a party. I don't remember liking them. They didn't leave something memorable in my head, and I think that speaks louder. You know, they say the worst insult you could ever receive is being called boring. So from what I remember, I don't think I liked it. But I could have, maybe they were like a different flavor. We're on to Fritos now. How many Fritos are there? I think that's it. This may be a hot take to some people. Wait, what are these? There's other Doritos. This is just like tortilla chips. Tortilla chips, just in a concept. How many parties happen in the swamp? I'm not the one hosting the parties. I'm going to the parties because people are like, yo, Croc, we gotta have you at our party. You're the life of the party, man. Come to the party. And I go, okay, I'll come to all your parties. And then I leave within like 2 hours. Tortilla chips, these heavily depend on another, like an excess source. Like tortilla chips alone are like way too boring. Unless they're super salted or unless they're like lime flavored or something. Lime flavored tortilla chips hit so hard. I could eat those like completely dry. But okay, I'll add another tier. They need a friend. Salsa. There we go. This one can be purple. No, what is happening? What happened? Tier list maker, this always happens. They need a friend. Salsa. That one is normal. The editor, my editor, Demuples, watch me fight with tier list maker every single video I make. Okay, so what happened? Okay, I lagged a little bit. I'll put these up here, like this. I think that's a reasonable place to put it. Doritos, or just normal tortilla chips, if it's way too bland and dry. But if we got some salsa, pico de gallo, guacamole, then sure. Wait, hi Barry. The purple Doritos are gross. They're like weirdly sweet. Do you like the spicy sweet chili flavor? No. I'd much rather have like, I don't know, I just don't like sweet, and they're not spicy enough. They're trying to do like way too much. I saw you were also doing tier list the other day, Barry. I wanna go back and look at your tier list. I only saw you doing the fruit one. But okay, here's gang, this may be a hot take. I hate Fritos. I think they're gross and they taste like corn in a bad way. And I know that's like the main thing, is they're like the corn snack, but I think they just don't taste good. Based unsubbing, see, this is what I'm saying. Half the population of people likes Fritos and half the population is with me. Original Fritos are goated. Literally the only reason I've ever ate Fritos is to like crunch them up and put them over chili. That's like the only time to eat Fritos. Otherwise, like, that's just like a thick tortilla chip. I guess it's not technically a tortilla chip. You're eating corn tortillas thick mode crunchy style. I'll eat them all for you. That's the thing, like, you can have all the Fritos. Also, maybe I just don't like chili flavors, because I'm noticing this pattern here. Honey and barbecue, I also don't like barbecue flavor because of the sweetness. I don't like my snacks. Snacks are like salty or cheesy or spicy to me. I don't want them to be sweet. Corn taste is too bland. It just like, I don't even know what it is, but it also feels like there's like grains of sand in Fritos. I think they put sand in them. Like I'll crunch down and I go, oh god, sand. So I don't like Fritos, and I don't like the 2 flavors that are here. I don't even know what other flavors Fritos sells. But I don't think I've ever been at the grocery store and saw someone with like a big bag of Fritos in their shopping cart. I think that's the most telling. If I ain't seeing no one buying Fritos at the grocery store, speaks louder than words. Funyuns, do we have the other flavor of Funyuns here? We don't have the frickin' Frito Funyuns X Flamin' Hots flavor. I think that's the best version of Funyuns. Funyuns alone, I don't really eat very much. I don't know if I would say it's not my favorite. Yeah, maybe I could add a row below where it's just like, I'll eat if offered one. How do you spell offered? Offered one and only one. Getting my colors all mixed up. I'll put them here. This can be green. This one can be this green. This can be this. Not my favorite. This can be... What is happening? What did I click? What went up and what went down? Whatever. I'll fix it later. Where was I? Oh, I'll offer Funyuns. I don't think I've ever bought Funyuns. I think I've bought the Flamin' Hot flavor before of Funyuns because it's like exciting and good, but like I don't know. These are, I will say I will give Funyuns credit. I like how crunchy they are and light, but I don't know. The normal flavor of Funyuns doesn't do much for me. Funyuns are so rare to eat. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far to say Funyuns are rare. I see them at like every 7-Eleven. But yeah, it'd be a different story if Funyuns was the spicy flavor. Are we in the Lay's category? Holy. There's a lot of Lay's. Baked Lay's. Is that it? I think that's all the Lay's. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's put the kettle cooked and the baked and the all these flavors. The classic will be first. Lay's classic. All right. I'm not very much of a classic I'm not very much of a classic flavor kind of guy. I think it's a little boring. If you're craving salt, then sure, you can have like classic Lay's potato chips. Lay's aren't really like my go-to chip, honestly. I think they're too thin. I like a little bit of bite in my chip. Potato chips are just just ass and so salty. It depends. The Lay's, I would say they need a friend. I like eating these Lay's with the French onion dip. I think that's pretty good. You guys know the one. But I think that's the only way I really eat Lay's classic flavored chips. Barbecue, you already know I don't really like barbecue flavor. I wouldn't say I wouldn't ever eat it, but it's not my favorite. If these are like the only chips at a function, I would get like a handful, but I'd probably only eat like a couple of them, like 7 chips. 7 is probably my maximum for Lay's barbecue chip flavor. Sour cream and onion though, this is hard. When I was a younger croc, I very much liked sour cream and onion, but I don't really stand by it anymore. I think they're like too non-adventurous. Maybe. They're never defeated. That's the thing, is like they're like right down the middle, but they're kind of like, I don't know. Maybe like if I'm craving, but the thing is like I don't really crave. I don't think I've craved these chips in a long time. Maybe I'll eat it if offered one. There's better flavors out there. That's what I'm saying. Is like they're a good chip, but they get power crept. I think that's what happened. I liked them earlier on in my life, but then they got power crept by other potato chip flavors. And also, I just don't really like Lay's in general. They're, like I said, they're too thin. I used to eat sour cream, but not that much. Oh, thanks for sharing. Lay's Baked. I will say Lay's Baked is... I like Lay's Baked a lot more. What is this? Freaking barbecue again? I like the baked. I do like when it's not as oily. The freaking flavor. Okay. I'll put it if I'm offered one. Because I like to represent Lay's Baked. I like to support them. Because I don't think a lot of people really talk about Lay's Baked. Never had one? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like how they're not as oily. I know it's kind of like, oh, you're eating like the... Oh, why would you eat a potato chip if it's not as... Like, if it's like the healthy mode? I don't know, I just like it better. It's kind of like a chip and a cracker combined. And I vibe with it. I don't really like overly oily things. And Lay's, that's the thing, is like they're so thin that they get really oily. Like if you touch a Lay's potato chip, especially the classic, oil instantly. It's like a freaking slug of a chip. It leaves its freaking film on you. But baked doesn't do that. These are also... They need a friend. You need dip with a non-flavored chip. I wish they had the flavor that I liked. Does Lay's also have the cheddar and sour cream flavor? Because I know Ruffles has it. I don't think it's in this. No, it's not. They don't even have Ruffles baked. Okay, my favorite, I will say, my favorite chip in the entire world is Ruffles baked sour cream and cheese. That's like the goat of all chips. Maybe I'll add that one when I get to Ruffles. I'll have to add it myself. Kettle cooked. Dude, this person who made the tier list is so biased towards barbecue. This sucks. I might be delving into hot take territory again, but kettle cooked, specifically Lay's, I don't like it. I don't like kettle cooked chips. They're like, I don't even know what kettle cooked means. Like, in a kettle? I don't understand. What kettle is cooking this chip? And it's also barbecue gross. It's too crunchy. Also, kettle cooked, they're a little too crunchy. They're a little too oily. And I don't know what's up with the kettle, but they freaking tacoify every chip. Like, there's no flat kettle cooked chip ever. They're always... Someone goes, truth nuke. Bruh. You're not a true snacker. Taking off my damn headphones. Dude, I just... Kettle cooked is doing too much. It's too much. They're like turning this thing into a knife. These are freaking knives in potato form. Why can't we have a normal shaped kettle cooked chip? Having Doritos this low, you guys really like purple Doritos? We got purple Doritos. We got purple Doritos swingers out here. Where are you guys? I've never seen anyone like actually eating a bag of these in the wild. You're crazy, Doritos. Minor pronunciation mistake. Shut the whole tier list down. I ain't never seen any of you guys in the wild. You need to like represent. You guys are coming out of the woodwork for the purple Doritos. Boo. It takes 5 seconds. That's the thing, is I've only seen these goddamn chips in tiny snack form. Where's the big bags? Where's the family size sweet, salty, spicy chili flavored Doritos? Where are they? You guys need to start buying them more. Doritos doesn't think you guys exist. Anyway, Bugles. Bugles are for children. And I do vibe with it. When I was a tiny croc, I used to put these on all my fingers and be like, haha, I'm a creepy witch. And it was pretty cool. But I haven't eaten them in a long time. I'll eat like, I think it fits this pretty well. I'll eat if offered. But this, okay, well actually, here's what we're gonna do, all right? What is this song? Is this in Rhythm Heaven? Here's what we're gonna do. 5 and only 5. I would eat Bugles, but only enough to have on each one of my fingers and go, I'm a little witch, and then like make clawing motions at the people around me. But that's like as much as I'm willing to do for Bugles. I don't think I've ever bought a bag of Bugles in my life. I think they just exist, and sometimes people remember them. They'd be good in a party pack. Yeah, Bugles needs to start reaching out and being part of one of those like Chex Mix things or something. But that is hard because then they'd have to make them smaller. And Bugles can't really be any smaller. They're already optimal finger size. Bro, like, there's a time where, you know, like, you're shown Bugles for the first time when you're like 6. And then you're like, these are so cool. And then you don't eat them for like a long ass time. And then when you're a freaking adult, you go, Bugles, no way, I used to put these on my fingers. And then they don't freaking fit your fingers anymore. It's like Santa Claus. Cape Cod, I also don't really vibe with these. They're also original flavor. Any original flavor, you can just like put it in They Need a Friend. I think any classic Lay's or just classic salt chip, they just need to salsa and then it's fine. They're all kind of the same. They're not the same, but you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't eat them just as a snack on my own. It's kind of like it's only party/dip chips. Someone said they don't have Pringles. We have Pringles on here. Okay, now we're in Cheez-Its. Hot and spicy, these are pretty good. I wouldn't say I'd never turn them down, but like the flavor blasted Cheez-Its are so sick. I would easily have, especially because it's like, they got a little kick. Like, none of these snacks are actually that spicy, but it's nice to have a little bit of something. What the hell? I don't have any chips in our height. Well, okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Hold on. I can't just be passing out the S tier to every old chip, especially if the main ones we've seen so far are all classic flavored barbecue flavor and the freaking spicy sweet chili Doritos. Also, Barry, do you know what jacked Doritos are? Do you know what these are? I tried to ask chat and even they didn't know. But they look weird. They look, wait, it's doing too much. No, I have no idea. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Doritos just like fucking making new chips and no one gaff. Cheez-Its, white cheddar, all reliable. I'd say when I'm craving it, I'm not always in the mood for them, but these are like the optimal Cheez-It flavor. I just like spicy things, so that's my take, but these are like perfect on like an airplane. You pick these up for freaking $10 at the airplane convenience store. And you're like, oh yeah, nice. Now I got Cheez-Its for the flight. Doritos Jacked was basically supposed to be a thicker chip with more flavor. These are thick? Doritos are already pretty thick. What the hell? Actually, I kind of see it. I kind of see like the width. Weird. Anyway, I don't think they're going up. Original Cheez-Its. Okay, here's the thing. Barry might get mad at me at this one. I'm not an original Cheez-It kind of guy. They're 40% thicker. What? How do you make a Dorito 40% thicker? Anyway, don't really like the original Cheez-Its. I think white cheddar is way more superior to original Cheez-Its. And then the spicy Cheez-Its with actual like dust on them is good. Like this is kind of just like baked cheddar, right? And I don't really like baked cheese. Oh, I don't really like baked cheese. Like, I don't even like, to give you an example, I don't really like bagels with the cheese baked onto them. I think it just tastes not like cheese. So, I don't know. I think that's just a flavor thing for me. We could never share snacks. You're such a Lay's classic and original Cheez-It girl. Yeah, that's like complete opposite. You're right. This is a little tragic. I don't know. I like tasting the powder. I like having the powder on my finger and going. Feels like I'm eating something scrumptious. Chex Mix. I actually recently got myself this bold Chex Mix flavor. I'd say when I'm craving it. I like Chex Mix. They got too many pretzels in there though. They've got like 2 pretzels and I don't like pretzels. Pretzels are kind of like, they're kind of like dust in compact form. I don't even know what the flavor of pretzels is. But I like the rye chip, and I like the like Ridgy cracker thing, and I like the Chex. And this is the flavor that has actually like some meat on the bones, you know? It brings something to the table. They got, I don't even know, onion, garlic, what is this, vinegar, oil? I don't know. Someone says, are you crazy? No, I'm not. I'm correct. I would much rather take bold Chex Mix flavor and not eat the pretzels. Ridgy cracker thing. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the squiggly one. The squiggly, like, thing. I hate, or I'm not a fan of Chex Mix. The thing is, I like Chex Mix because it kind of, when you're eating too much of the same snack, you get kind of like flavor fatigue, but Chex Mix kind of beefs it up, you know? You can be like, okay, now it's time to eat a rye chip, and now it's time to eat the Ridgy cracker, and then you're like, okay, let's top it all off with the Chex thing. Those are 3 different experiences you get to have. Traditional Chex Mix, like, if this is around, I will always pick this one. Actually, you can't eat just one Chex Mix. You can eat like a handful of them. I'll put that one here. I don't know, like this one they got a little bit of flavor on it. It must be like a little bit of like garlic powder or something and salt. Hi, Swamp Cat. But I don't know. This one's fine, but it outshines. Hi, Tiny Cat. She wants attention right now. I can't give you attention. I'm working. Combos. What is this? Are these pretzels? Pretzels. I don't like pretzels, man. I'm sorry. Wait, this one's a cracker and these are pretzels? Pepperoni pizza? When did we start having like freaking pepperoni pizza as a common flavor? When did that that revolutions start happening, because we haven't really nailed it. Hating pretzels is an L take. I'll fight you for it. I think there's so many better snack. Pretzels just make your mouth so dry, and it's the salt that carries the flavor. I will say though, I like soft pretzels. I could eat a billion soft pretzels, but just normal like snack pretzels, it's just, I'd rather just eat salt. I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna put it here because I don't think I'm into pizza flavored things. These are like fancy Chex Mix. They're pretty good. So this is Chex Mix without the Chex. Ah, crap. So these are like Chex Mix without the Chex. They can go here because I still like the rye chips. I think pizza flavor is the mid-90s fault. That sounds like them. I would believe that. Okay, now we're on Goldfish. Flavor blasted Goldfish. This is pretty good. I'm just gonna say like any flavor blasted Goldfish. This can go up here. Pretty good. Specifically the flavor blasted cheddar Goldfish. I think this is, what is this, like ranch flavor or something? Sour cream and onion? I'm not, like I said before, I'm not a big sour cream and onion fan, but if these were the cheddar blasted Goldfish, this is like the optimal Goldfish. Goldfish is kind of just like Cheez-Its. They're like the same thing, but in different form. This is compact. These are, Cheez-Its are for like adults, and Goldfish are for children. I don't believe that rule myself, but I think that's what society wants you to believe. Goldfish and Cheez-Its are like the same thing. These just have like, they're thinner and they have like an air in them and they smile back. Cheez-Its are for like sophisticated adults that aren't allowed to eat goldfish anymore. Cheez-Its are fatty, Goldfish are starchy. Dude, it's all cheese. It's all, I think it's the same. Also, the fact that Auto Mod was like, this person might have insulted you by saying fatty. Auto Mod, they're chill. They're chill, let them go. Where was I? Goldfish flavor blasted. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for flavor blasted Cheez-Its, but that's okay. I wouldn't say I'd never turn them down, but they're up there. Sun Chips. Does society still like Sun Chips? I wonder. For a while, Sun Chips were like the hottest new chip. They're like, they somehow convinced people that they were healthy by putting like the sun on them and then making it look like it was like grain. They made it so you could see the grain particles, and people would be like, this is a healthy chip, this is a healthy snack, I'll be growing as an organism if I eat Sun Chips. Also, I don't know what is up with this person's like flavor takes. Where's the garden salsa Sun Chip? That's like the primo Sun Chip. Kinda L flavors on this tier list, but we can roll with it. Garden salsa Sun Chips are like, I don't think I would ever turn those down. But the cheddar harvested Sun Chips, I will say the Sun Chip marketing got me. I do like how their Sun Chips are not as oily. And they're nice and crunchy, and they're fun. It's like a fun adventure because they're little ridged rays of the sun. I don't know. I will always have at least one Sun Chip if they are there. French onion Sun Chip, like I said, I don't really like sour cream and onion flavors, so I will eat if offered. I'll eat like, yeah, I'll eat one if offered. Yeah, that feels about right. See, look, Sun Chip's pretty high above. Now imagine if this were salsa garden salsa. They'd actually still just be here. I couldn't eat them for the rest of my life, but okay, settle. These are Kettle brand potato chips. Some of you might crucify me for this one, but like I said, I do not like Kettle chips. They are way too aggressive of a chip. They're doing too much. They're too oily. You can't just like, they're always like folded. I don't like the folded chips. I wouldn't even, and also their salt and vinegar flavor is bad. The Kettle brand potato chips, sea salt and vinegar, is a bad take on salt and vinegar chips. It's more salt than vinegar, and when I eat salt and vinegar chips, I want vinegar. I want my tongue to burn, and I want my taste buds to be like flaking off the morning after. Folded chips are the best. I don't know. They just like, they're too chaotic. You bite down and it's, I don't know. I can't handle it. But see, I'm extra harsh on Kettle chips, salt and vinegar, because I'm very, very particular about salt and vinegar because it's my favorite flavor of chips. And they did not nail it. They're not even close. Also, ads start in 2 minutes. We will pause for you guys. I have a very specific brand of salt and vinegar chips that I will take to the grave with me. And these are posers. LARPing as salt and vinegar chips when they are salt chips that are all folded. Munchies, Flamin' Hot, these are pretty good. I'd say these are pretty good. I don't know if I would say I never turn them down because they got pretzels in them, but, and also it's not like the super salty or they're not the super spicy version, the X Flamin' Hot flavor. They could be spicier. But I like eating the tiny Dorito. I like eating the tiny Flamin' Hot Cheeto. I like the Sun Chip. I just don't like that they got pretzels in there. I really just do not like pretzels. So they can go here. Oh, and then we got more. We can say these ones when I'm craving it. I don't think I've actually ever had the non-Flaming Hot version of these. What the hell are Munchips? No, these are Munchies. It's like a snack pack where Doritos, Cheetos, Sun Chips, and some freaking pretzel company all shook their hand and went, let's make a snack pack. Have pickle chips been done yet? I don't think there's any pickle chips on this list, actually. Wait, I missed a Kettle chip. These also... I mean, the jalapeno ones are okay. I'll eat one. Wait, this is Lay's. But yeah, you can see in the picture they're all folded. What is up with the Kettle cooked style and always flipping the chips? The cat is back. Also, ads are starting soon, so I will pause. Chat, we can just hang out. Yeah, the cat's here. The stray swamp cat. She wants attention right now. Okay, I'll give her attention while ads are playing. Actually, are ads playing? Can't tell. Hi! You're so bossy sometimes. Are ads on dismiss again? Tiny cat. I think ads got dismissed somehow. I don't know what happens. You can turn them on in the ads warning thing settings later. I thought, well, it's weird because it was working before. I'll just click the ads button. I summon ads for 1 minute. They were working before, but sometimes we just have... Wait, it says pre-rolls are disabled for 24 minutes. And then it said... Oh, wait, there we go. They're now disabled for a minute. So, whatever. I don't even know. It said we're taking 2 ad breaks. Mr. Morris, oh my gosh, hi! Thank you for gifting everyone... thank you for the 10 subs. And breaking 10 people out of ad jail. I'm sure they appreciate it. Wait, so now it says there's going to be... It says there's like 2 ad breaks happening. Like, my nose is so itchy today. I don't know what the problem is. There's AI ads. Ugh. I wish I could turn that off somehow. I'm sorry, gang. I don't want to summon AI ads at you. I don't know if I have the control over that. What do we got left? Maybe I can just organize them. Ruffles, Smart Food, Tostitos, Triscuits. Pretty good. I'm very particular about my snacks. I think it's just like extra skewed because, first of all, because of the Fritos. Because I just don't like Fritos. Barry, do you like Fritos if you're still here? I just think they taste like sand and corn. The Doritos, they're down here. This one I stand by. I think this is a bad flavor. I've tried it. Hell no. That's what I'm saying. Okay, we can handshake on the Fritos. Ain't no one just eating Fritos for the hell of it. These are only for chili. I think I'm being too generous. I think I'm putting this one in not my favorite. I'll switch this down. I do like jalapeno flavor. I think I'm crazy. I think I've got the tinfoil hat on for this one, but jalapenos are not... They change jalapenos somehow. Jalapenos are not the same as they used to be. They are not spicy anymore. They used to be like crisp and spicy, and now they just are like the jalapeno. They're a husk of what they once were. Hi, Swamp Cat. Hi. You want attention during the ads? Modern jalapenos taste like dirt cough. I think I understand what you're saying. Hi. People saying ads are done, but it says that there's 20 seconds left. We need a Swamp Cat emote, but you guys have the 7TV cat emote. Meow. I think that works fine. She wants attention so bad, and then I give her attention, and then she wants more. Okay, ads should be done now. Alright, Swamp Cat, I'm going back to work. Oh my god, she wants attention so bad. She wants attention so bad. Hi. Alright. Well, now you gotta go. Back to work. Time to put food on the table. Back to my chip tier list. Oh yeah, to the people who were in ads. Oh, Rich Gamer, thank you for the 5 subs. Thank you very much. 5 people now will not have ads in an hour. Thank you, I appreciate it. To the people who were in ads, I put the Sun Chips French onion flavor down into not my favorite. I think I was being too generous with them. I like how you just adopt a stray cat from the swamp. Look, the cat just like showed up one day. It's just how it goes. And then she just hangs out, so we just got a cat in the swamp that's freaking drinking my water. Oh my god, her head is like completely in my cup of water. Okay, well, you can have that, I guess. I'll get different water later. Alright. I don't even know if, like, 10% of you have had the Poor Brothers salt and vinegar chips before. This is like an ancient fossil of a chip. They don't exist anymore. But these are the primo salt and vinegar chips you could ever have. These are my top favorite. I'd I'd go to hell just to have one again. These are the best chips I've ever had in my life, and they freaking don't exist anymore. And I'm pissed. If I knew I had limited time with them, I would have eaten so many more. There's been so many times where I've eaten a whole bag of these things and my tongue was like falling off and burning and had like 2nd-degree burns on it. And that's exactly what salt and vinegar chips need to be. And then no one makes them anymore like this. What are these called? They're the Poor Brothers salt and vinegar chips. They don't exist anymore. The Poor Brothers freaking died or something. I don't know. I think the company, the company got bought out, and then the company like stopped making these, and I freaking hate them for it. I hate them for it. They deleted my favorite snack of all time. The brothers were too poor. I wouldn't have thought they were poor given how many freaking bags of chips I've eaten from them. It's just, I've never had a chip that tastes exactly like them. The only salt and vinegar chip that I can eat that is similar to them, unironically, those were kettle cooked. Well, they kettled them better than the kettle we're doing now. It was about the flavor, but the only salt and vinegar chips that I can handle now, that I can even bother eating, unironically, 7-Eleven brand salt and vinegar chips. They are the closest that I've found that are like these. So they're the only salt and vinegar chips that I like. And they only come in like the 2-ounce bags, so I always have to like go to 7-Eleven and buy like 7 of them at a time. And oh my, you guys have to try them at least once. Not sponsored. I don't know if I would take a 7-Eleven sponsorship. But you like extra acidic acid? Exactly. Like I said, I need it to burn after I've eaten like 2 bags. I'm really serious about vinegar. I'm like really, really serious. But this is my all-time favorite chip of forever. Rest in peace, Poor Brothers salt and vinegar chips. All right. Baconette's pork skin. I've never eaten pork skin before, but it sounds kind of gross. I don't even know if I would eat these if offered. I don't think I vibe with the concept of pork skins. I know some people like them, but I don't know, the concept of eating pork skin kind of freaks me out. Yeah, there's no dill pickle chips on the list. I agree. The flavors on this are not the best. Pringles pizza, I actually don't like these. I wouldn't not eat them. Every once in a while I try to eat a pizza flavored thing again. Thank you for Hype Train again, guys. I appreciate it. But I kind of like check in on pizza flavored Pringles and be like, do I still not like them? And I have one and I'm like, no. I think it's because pizza flavored chips tend to be sweet for some reason. They have a little bit of sweetness to it and I don't like it. Pringles sour cream. These are, like I said, I don't really like sour cream and onion flavors, but they hit when you're craving it. They used to be my favorite, but now I've moved on to sour cream and cheddar. That's the optimal way to have sour cream in a flavor. But they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Pretzels? No, I don't like pretzels at all. I just think they're... I see no flavor benefit in pretzel. I think they're so dry and bland and they just taste like salt. I like the best part about pretzels IMO is honestly the chunks of salt. I used to just like, if I had a bag of pretzels, I used to just like pick the salt off and eat the salt. And then I'd have a bunch of balled pretzels. Pretzels are a vessel for salt, exactly. And I can easily eat salt myself. Ruffles, cheddar, and sour cream. Now we're getting somewhere. I will never turn down these. These are very, very good. The optimal flavor for chips. Oh. Hello. The optimal flavor for chips, IMO, that are when they're not like like freaking radioactive vinegar flavor. I'd say the only way I could boost this up to I could eat for the rest of my life as only one meal is to have them be the baked version. I think these can be a little too oily for me. Like, I can eat a whole bag of these, but I feel oily afterwards. But if these are baked, bam. There we go. Ruffles, sour cream, and onion. Like I said, this flavor is just power crap. I would eat like 5, maybe. They're fine, but they're just, I don't know. Smart Food white cheddar popcorn. This can also go up here. This is like my second favorite snack food, and they still exist, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I think I always have a bag of these around, or at least like at my disposal. So good. My favorite way to eat them is to, like, you know how, I don't know how to explain it, but they've got like the bulb. The popcorn bulb on them is so much bigger than normal popcorn. You can kind of see it here. They just got that big ass freaking popcorn head, and I will eat the little like crunchies off here, so it's just the giant bulb, and then I eat the bulb, and it's like a soft freaking, it's like styrofoam. It's delicious. It's fun to imagine that it's styrofoam that I'm eating. A tier list of chips and one brand of popcorn. And the brand of popcorn is rightfully there. This is like my favorite. I don't really buy snack popcorn except for these. I also just really like white cheddar. And if you eat like a bunch of them, the flavor dust really cakes onto your finger. And it's like, like a whole nother snack after you're done eating the cheddar. Flavoring dust licking off. Oh, it's so good. I like intentionally don't eat the flavor off my hands until I'm done with the snack, so it can get like nice and thick coating. Yummy. More fried pork skins, hot and spicy. Okay, well, I like anything spicy, but I don't think you can trick me into eating pork skins. Don't like Fritos? Unsubbed, unfollowed, reported. Good riddance. Get out of here. What do you mean you like Fritos? That's crazy. Takis. Ooh, I love Takis. I'll never turn down a Taki. I love how caked in dust they are. I like that they've got that hint of lime. Midwesterners. I really like lime flavors. Fritos aren't that bad. They're so boring. They're so boring, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. They taste like sand. They taste like corn and sand. They've got freaking like tiny pebbles in Fritos or something. But Takis, these are coated in dust. They're spicy. They coat your finger in the flavor dust, and they got a little bit of lime in them. Really, really good. I love lime. I love spicy. Takis, incredible snack. Incredible. Tostitos, party size, original. They need something. These are, like I said, like, this is kind of just the entire classic flavor list tier. no one wants to just eat tortilla chips with nothing else. Like, are you nuts? Are you crazy? Have you not heard of pico de gallo? Just dip it. Nacho cheese? Something. Unless it's the hint of lime flavored Tostitos. Those are good. What is this? Salsa ranchera? I have never heard of these. I'm like trying to read the tiny words. Salsa ranchera. I've never had this before. They can go back down here because I have no idea. Triscuits. I have a love-hate relationship with Triscuits. These are some of the most saliva-absorbing snacks you could eat. Like, you eat one Triscuit and you're freaking instantly dehydrated. You need to drink water. If you don't drink water within 30 minutes of eating a Triscuit, you might pass away. These are like, I feel like if you don't chew a Triscuit enough, it'll go into your stomach and absorb all your stomach acid. But they are also very good and salted, so I will put it when I'm craving it, which is not often. It's not often, and they are good with dip. They're good with French onion dip or whatever other dip. But sometimes I do crave them because I crave the salt on them. They've got like some different kind of salt, I don't know, but it really hits. And I do like eating them like a little rat. Since it's like woven wheat or whatever, you can like easily eat them, break them off into tiny lines of Triscuit. And it's kind of exciting to eat just like a tiny plank of a Triscuit. I don't know. I'm just a little weird about eating Triscuits. It's kind of like a typewriter where I go one line at a time. I wouldn't eat like an entire Triscuit in one go. Like, I eat each Triscuit comes with like 7 bites. Veggie straws. All right, what are we gonna do with freaking veggie straws? I'll eat 5. I don't believe that these are all different flavors. Sometimes they all just taste like the same freaking thing. Also, the fact that one of them is freaking potato flavored, that's a potato chip. That's a potato chip that you ran in the Play-Doh toy. Spinach flavor, whatever. That's so performative, dude. Tomato flavor? Sure, let's just pick a random veggie. It's not even a vegetable. That's like the most known tomato fact. But they're okay. Like, I wouldn't go to the grocery store to pick up veggie straws. They're kind of only at parties as like the healthy choice for a snack. And they're also like a little too airy. Like, they're very crunchy, but it feels like I'm biting into the essence of a health snack. I don't know. I don't know. They're okay. They're okay. And that's it, I guess. This is my list. Salt and vinegar, poor brothers, my beloved. I miss you every single day of my life. Someday we will be reunited. They're not really a health snack. That's the thing, is like I'm so sick of snacks trying to pretend they're healthy. But this is my list on snacks. I'm very particular, and as you can see, the pattern is they need to be freaking coated in flavor. Otherwise, I'm not interested. War Dragon, thank you for the 5 subs. Oh my gosh, thank you. But yeah, that was fun. Let's do another one.